Welcome back, students. So at this point, that is availability of soil water. When the your soil is being dry, that means water is less. When the availability of the water is decreases, that times also the transpiration is also reduced. Okay, and the again the next point is that is your root pressure. So root pressure is the pressure under which the water moves from the living cells of a root into the xylem. That is actually your root pressure. So that is actually already you have discussed. Now coming to the point that is called active transport. So this is the very important point, that is called active transport. So I will discuss this mechanism. Okay, so what is actually active transport? So see students, we have learned the process actually called diffusions. That means diffusion means the higher concentrations to the lower concentrations, and again you have learned the osmosis process. And in osmosis process, that is the movement of the molecules from lower concentrations to the higher concentration. In case of active transport, so movement of the molecules across a semi-permeable membrane against a concentration gradient using energy is called the active transport. So that means this part is called lower concentration. This part is actually your lower concentration, and this part is actually is called higher concentration. So movement of the molecules from this lower concentration part to the higher concentration, this is actually your active transport. That time energy is required. Okay, so that time energy is required to go against the concentration gradients. Okay, and again we know that ATP, the energy, adenosine triphosphate, the energy of currency of the cells. So this is actually all about your active transport. So now coming to the point, that is your active. So thoroughly I will discuss movement of molecules across a semi-permeable membrane against a concentration gradient using a energy. So there is no energy, no active transport. So the salts and ions move the region of their lower concentration to the regions of the higher concentration. In active transport, absorption of water occurs due to the living cells of roots. The living root cells create a force which is responsible for the intake of water. Okay, on the other hand, passive absorption of water also takes place, which is controlled by the transpirations. The force is created by the transpirations. Pool and roots simply act as a passive absorbing surface. In passive transport, the energy is not involved. So in case of passive absorption, there is no energy is involved, but in case of active absorptions, energy is required. So energy actually is required to go against the concentration gradient. Which concentration gradients? That means the movement of the from lower concentration to the higher concentration. Now coming to the points, that is your minerals in plants. That is most important. Some are the plant is there, minerals is there, some are essential elements, some are the non-essential minerals. That is some macronutrients and some micronutrients. So plant obtain the minerals from the three sources, that is your atmosphere, water and soil. Minerals absorbed from soil are returned to the soil by the death and decay of plants and animals. So this mineral cycling goes on to the soil. So what are the essential elements? The essential elements, those are very important for the healthy, or we can say the growth of the plant. So some are the that is called actually your macronutrients, or that means is also called essential elements, like your carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium and iron. Some other the micronutrients is also there, that is your chlorine, copper and boron. So these are all about your essential elements, which are some are the micronutrients and some are the macronutrients. So macronutrients like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogens, like that, and your micronutrients is like your chlorine, copper and boron. So what are the importance of the minerals? That is most important thing for a plant. That is number one, that is your essential for the growth of the plant. It is involved in the nutrients of the plant. In the absence, either the vegetative and reproductive phase cannot be completed. In case of deficiency, disorders may be developed, like your human beings. Some of the minerals is essential minerals is not there, that times the human being will not be growth, and like your plant, that time your macro, or that means your essential minerals is not there, that time some disorder or deficiency is observed in plants also. So these are the basic importance of the minerals. So first importance is it is essential for the growth of the plants, and it also involved in the nutritions of the plants, and it's if suppose somehow this deficiency has been observed, that time many kind of disorder may develop. Okay, so these are the deficiency diseases caused by the lack of essential nutrients, like your macronutrients. So we have know that macronutrients like your nitrogen, it is needed for the making for proteins and nucleic acid, and deficiency symptom generally pore growths and old leaves turns into yellow. Sometimes it happened in some green plants is being converted into turn yellow leaves. So that is the deficiency of the nitrogen. Some other your macronutrients like your potassium, that is actually needed for the in enzyme activations and water balance. So deficiency symptom is suppose mature leaves develop yellowish. So like what some of the yellow part means mature leaves means this leaves is being already matured and there is no reasons for the yellow, but unfortunately the yellow patches is there. So this is the deficiency symptoms of the macronutrients potassiums. And some other macronutrients like magnesium, it is major component of the chlorophyll. Suppose that is chlorophyll is not available, that time is called chlorosis, is called yellow of the leaves. So these are the basic macronutrients like your nitrogen, potassium and magnesium. Like your micronutrients is also there, that is your copper, molybdenum and zinc. So basically your copper, it activates the in certain enzymes, and if deficiency the shoots fail to develop. Shoots fail to develop means sometimes leaves are being fallen. That is actually the deficiency of the copper. And like your micronutrients like your molybdenum, that is used for the nitrogen fixation, and is also deficiency is the slow growth. And like your another micronutrients like your zinc, it also activate the certain enzyme. Okay, and this deficiency is leaves malformed. Okay, is like that is leaf shoots fallen down. Okay, so these are the deficiency diseases which are caused by the lack of essential nutrients. So main essential and nutrients is like your nitrogen, potassium and magnesium. These all are little bit related with your chlorosis disease, means turn into yellow. Some other are deficiency like your pore growth of the plants. Another micronutrient, that is your copper, molybdenum and zinc, that is mainly used for the nitrogen fixation, enzymes activations. Okay, and it's and is also in the slow growth. That is the deficiency symptom of some the essential nutrients. Okay, so this is all about your whole chapters of the active plant transportation systems. Okay, so your work is you thoroughly go to the book and you learn all the things one by one. Thank you.